Hello my fellow Raiders, Doomers, Crusaders, Mutts, and Fivers. It is I, Nathan, here again with another Indiana Jones cosplay video. Yeah, I have made a lot of these in the last couple months. However, today is the perfect day to be making one of these because of D23. For those of you who haven't been keeping up, the lucky audience members who attended this year's D23 just got to watch the first trailer for Indiana Jones 5. I am beyond envious of the folks who were there this year. Especially since they have gotten a full 360-degree image of Indy's costume. As a gearhead, the photos and videos that have been coming out of the new gear, this new outfit, this new look for Indy is exciting. And I've already been taking notes on how to perfect my Indy 5 cosplay. Today is just a good day for Indiana Jones fans. And speaking of gear, I have a new piece of gear that I've been excited to share with you guys. And again, today is the perfect day to do so. I have talked a lot on this channel about how much I adore the Raiders of the Lost Ark fedora. It's the most iconic, it's the one that has the most character, and it's the one that really started my love of Indy cosplay, that really got me into doing the serious, screen-accurate stuff. And as you know, that journey ended with the Fedora Raiders, a hat that I believe is the perfect replica, hands down, of the Cairo/truck chase style fedora, the most well-known version of the Raiders hat. The one that I think most of us Indy fans have come to mind when somebody mentions Raiders or says Indiana Jones. This hat is Indy's hat. And I love this to death. However, as a cosplayer, I do believe that variety is key to keeping cosplay fresh and new. And this new, to me, piece of gear is very exciting. So without further ado, for your viewing pleasure and for my excitement, here is my new, to me, David Garrison Raiders of the Lost Ark style fedora in a very gorgeous sunburnt rabbit felt. This hat was generously gifted to me by my good friend Trent Ryan. Shocker of shockers, Trent helped me update my gear again. That dude has helped me in the last year alone upgrade my Indy cosplay to levels I never thought possible. And this is just another step in the ladder. And I am so pumped to tell you about this hat. So for those of you who don't know, David Garrison is a Indy hat replicator who specializes in just Raiders hats. And his Raiders fedoras are phenomenal. Every piece that comes out of David's workshop is better and better and better. And I have always wanted a Garrison hat. And thanks to Trent, that's a reality. This was his first Garrison, which he commissioned from David. And this hat is meant to replicate the one that is seen at the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is supposed to be the Peru hat. I adore the look of this fedora. Not only is it very straight-sided, very boxy, but it just looks sleek. A very classy 30s looking fedora. Not only that, but this is my first accurate Raiders hat to be non-turned. Now for those of you who are just getting into the Indy gear rabbit hole, the Raiders terminology might be a little confusing, and I'll make a video on that later. But for simplification, the Raiders turn brings the bow a little closer to the face instead of, like on this hat, sitting perfectly above the ear. It's one of my favorite little pieces of Raiders knowledge that really goes to show the difference between the opening scene Peru hat and the later well-known Cairo hat. Also, look at the difference in felt color. It's incredible. I love it. But this piece is just fantastic. It's very soft, very pliable, extremely floppy, which for a Raiders hat is accurate. I cannot thank Trent enough for this beautiful piece. One of my absolute favorite parts about this hat is the liner. The headpiece to the Staff of Ra is inside this liner, and it's one of my favorite little touches that just makes this hat so freaking classy. And fun fact, David Garrison and Steve Delk are the only two people I know of, and that Trent knows of, to use this liner. And now that's just David, as unfortunately Steve Delk doesn't really make hats anymore. For those of you who don't know, Steve Delk was one of the two men who helped make Indy's hat for Crystal Skull. It was Steve Delk and Mark Kidder. But I just love this liner, and I love that history. I love the connection between David Garrison and Steve Delk. It really adds another layer to why this hat is just such an interesting piece. I cannot wait to get more full in-gear shots with this. I would do it right now, but unfortunately we're experiencing a lot of rain, and I want to get some nice sunny shots of this hat so you can really see the color, really see the beautiful brownish red tones that this thing has. And that brings us to the end of this video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and remember, it's not the years, honey, it's the mileage.